use these for acid indigestion.
So what are we gonna use these for?
Intimidation.
What is going on? Happy Football Sunday. With always is my brother from another mother. My right nut to the left nut. Mr. Monahan, how we doing? Good morning. How are you today?
I'm hurting a little bit. Just a little bit. We got a little
we got a little lit
last night.
We got a little litty last night on the thing.
There was inspiration there. It was inspiration. Liquid inspiration.
A lot of liquid encouragement going on that night, last night.
Yes, definitely. And it was delish. This morning, not too much.
So what happened was that Monahan texted me. What time did you start texting me? It was like 11 o'clock at night.
It had to been like maybe midnight, something like that. Yeah, it was like super late. I was tuned up.
And I was just telling our lovely the editor of all the graphics that you see on here that, you know, it was 11:15 and you weren't up yet. And I'm like, shit.
I literally woke up and I was like, what time is it? Because I was like, I've been sleeping a long time. And I was like, uh-oh, I gotta get in the shower and get going. I had to like open the garage door and air out all the shame and angst.
And cigarette smoke.
That too.
And then we decided that, you know, hey, 2:00 in the morning is a good time to record a podcast. You know, I wonder who had that crazy idea.
No, it wasn't me. That was all you.
That was definitely. Hello, I sat there like this the entire time. I mean, granted, I was a little, you know, different, but this is me.
Well, you're allowed to now in New Jersey, I guess.
That's right. And I guess when you when you get pulled over in Oregon, you can say you're doing the Oregon Trail.
Yes, you can. Freaking Oregon, you know, I raise you legalizing drugs.
New Jersey. Oh, that's cute, New Jersey. I remember my first joint. Here we go. Legalize it all. Fuck it. Good for you, Oregon. Good for you. Hold on 1 second. Oregon Trail. Let's go.
All right. Woo.
So, random fact for you today. So since Eagles have a bye week this week, I decided to wear something a little different. And one of my favorite coaches ever, Bill Cowher from the
Steelers.
From the Steelers.
The Steelers.
So when he left the Steelers, I know he retired for a little bit because he wanted to watch his kids in college or something stupid. He now that his kids are out of school, I'm like, oh, maybe he'll come. When Chip Kelly left, I'm like, oh, maybe he'll come to Philadelphia. That was congrats to drugs for winning the war on drugs. That's another war the U.S. lost. So I did wear it for purpose. The Steelers are undefeated, and with Mike Tomlin, they have yet to have a losing season.
Really?
That is correct, sir. I saw that stat this morning while you were sleeping, as I was sitting here waiting for you.
Well, that's really cool.
Wow. What a great and amazing unknown fact.
Mike Tomlin. Awesome.
He scares me a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, he's got that general look. He's got the big old aviators on. He's just like
He's got that Mike Epps look going on for him. Omar Epps or Mike Epps, whatever his name is.
One of the Epps.
So let's dive into it. This is our first YouTube only, and hopefully it'll start taking off on the YouTubes. We make sure if you're listening to share this with your friends and and your mother and your father and your priest, whoever, and let's get this party going.
Let's do this. All right.
It is Side Boob Sunday. I mean, Football Sunday.
I like both. That's nice.
I do like both.
Okay, well, As far as the recap's concerned, I kind of have a mixed bag of reactions, I guess. Freaking Eagles.
Told you.
Yeah.
Told you. Don't do it. Don't listen to Barfy.
I can't believe that shit. Freaking Carson Wentz just. I don't understand. This team just plays down to everybody. They play or they play up to him. Like I don't know why. It's this 12.5 from Carson Wentz, and it's just that should have been at least a 20-point day, at the very least. But moving on to brighter pastures, Giovanni Bernard with 21.3, AJ Brown with a 10.4, which is with my sleepers and redeemers, Jared Goff. He had a good matchup. He fell flat again. I'm going to rest him on the "You're Dead to Me" island. So I probably won't play with Jared Goff anymore because he doesn't play nice. DeAndre Swift, I said it was a bad matchup. I had a gut thing of saying you might want to put him in your flex. DeAndre Swift didn't do it. It was a piss poor matchup. Sometimes you win those piss poor matchups. But then we had the amazing Ayuk, and he had at a 19.1. Which is a very, very nice day. Though it's a shame I seem to pick these players and then they get hurt or sick. And Brandon Ayuk got he has a case of the COVID. And then with my breakout flex, I did Jarvis Landry being like the only wide receiver left on that wide receiver core to actually be worth anything. 7.2. Yeah, so. Good times.
Yeah, you are the Black Widow when it comes to fantasy players. I'm noticing that now. The more every time you say a player, I have a friend who whenever she buys a football jersey, they get traded or get a career-ending injury every time. So,
yeah, I have the same issue when I buy players' jerseys.
Yeah,
the last one I bought was Barnett. And he didn't pan out as a first-round draft pick. He's been kind of like meh. And I think before that it was Stewart, the linebacker. No, Michael Kendricks.
Oh.
And then he got traded.
Ooh.
And before that was Stuart Bradley. I got
Stuart Bradley
jersey. Yeah, that's how a while back he was going to be a solid guy, and then he got hurt, and then that was that. Like, I can't buy players' jerseys. I shouldn't be talking about them on Fantasy Football Podcast because I am the Black Widow when it comes to that.
You seriously are.
This year is just I'm striking out all over the place, but I am hitting sometimes. I can't bat at 1,000. I say I'm batting about 600.
Not bad. So when Carson Wentz got signed, my dad decided that he wanted all of us to have Carson Wentz jerseys. He literally bought my entire family Wentz jerseys. And literally the day after he hit that buy button and he bought 11 Carson Wentz jerseys, boom, blew his knee out. My dad never buys jerseys, never buys them. So I was like, ha!
Yeah, we're all going to have Wentz jerseys, and they're going to last the next 20 years. Well, now it might last only like another year, and then it's going to be Hurts.
Yeah, exactly. And then he's going to get hurt too.
So,
all right. So for my recap, I actually did a recap this week.
Yes, yes, you did.
So I know I actually did. I did my research. I looked at graphs and shit, and I did schematics and stuff like that. So let's go with Justin Herbert, 29 completions at 43 attempts. He had a percentage rating of 67.4% for 278 yards, 3 TDs, 2 INTs, 21.2 points. Not bad for a rookie quarterback. I'm not going to, rookie quarterbacks are going to make them mistakes. I mean, what was it? What's his name? Aaron Rodgers, his 5th year. No, not Aaron Rodgers. Manning. One of the Mannings, 5th year. Peyton Manning, his 5th year through like 8 or 9.
I think Peyton Manning holds like the rookie record for most interceptions.
Right, and look at him.
It's like 32 or something like that. It was some astronomical number.
Right, and then we got Myles Gaskin, 18 attempts, 47 yards, 1 TD, 4 receptions, 16 yards, and he scored 10.3 points. And he went out with a knee injury. So imagine if he stayed in for the rest of the game. So, but now he's gone. And like I said, Devontae Adams was going to tear it up. Literally did it 2 weeks in a row. So he played Thursday night. So obviously, we're not going to pick him. But he had 7 receptions, 53 yards, 3 touchdowns, 23.3 points. And he did 23.3 points again Thursday night. The guy is a fucking beast.
He's on fire.
He's on fire.
He's on fire.
So that's what I got for the recap. Let's get on into the nitty gritty.
Oh, let's get into this week. Here we go. This week.
Oh yeah.
All right. This week, what we have. My must start is Deshaun Watson against Jacksonville Jaguars. They are 28th against pass yards, 23rd against passing touchdowns. Houston is fresh off a bye week. I believe this is going to get ugly fast. Jacksonville has Minshew's hurt. They have Lutton in at quarterback. I don't know who the hell that is, but that's who they got. And I think it's going to be a lot of 3 and outs, and Houston is going to score. So, hey, if anyone wants to put a bet in, I think the point spread is like Houston's getting is giving like 4 points, so they're going to win by like 2 touchdowns.
There
so
you
if
go.
anyone wants to take that,
Houston's actually going to do good for once.
Yeah. Last time I said that, Houston did really bad and they got upset.
Yeah, and now congratulations, you just cursed the unknown quarterback. He's gonna
Lutton's gonna go off now.
Yeah, he's gonna get steamrolled now. Good job, way to kill a man.
Shit happens.
So I'm actually very sad that I'm actually putting this name out there into the universe. The name is coming out of my mouth in a positive manner. I am going with for my starter QB, Tom Brady for today. You got to start Tom Brady. So now the first time Tom Brady played New Orleans this year, he managed 23 points and they lost. So now the Saints are on the decline. They're not really doing that good. They're not doing that bad. They're going meh. And Bucks are
I have to object to that.
What do you mean?
They have Michael Thomas back now. It's going to be a totally different ballgame.
So this is my whole point to this. Guess who starts today? Guess who makes his NFL 2020 debut today in a Bucks jersey?
Oh, Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown is making his 2020 debut.
Yes.
So now think about it. He's got Chris Godwin, Antonio Brown, Mike Evans, and Gronk. What?
Godwin's hurt.
Motherfucker. Antonio Brown, you got Mike Evans, Gronk.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
So he's got too many people to receive the ball. I think he's going to go. I think he's only projected at 23 points again this week. I think he might go a little bit more, just a little bit more. I don't know. I have a gut feeling that it's going to be, Tom Friedman's going to be dropping bombs like Hiroshima. I'm just saying. Just saying, man. And I don't like saying this. I'm actually dying on the inside because I hate Tom Brady.
It's going to get to this game. It's going to be definitely. It's going to be a shootout. You have Michael Thomas back. You have Antonio Brown playing on the other side. You have Antonio Brown's got a chip on his shoulder a little bit because supposedly Sean Payton worked him out and never signed him. So he's got a little bit of chip on his shoulder because of that. And then you got then on top of all that, you have the back and forth of Brady and Breeze of all-time passing yards leader. So
oh yeah, it's definitely gonna be a Wild West shootout.
Yes.
Though I am partial to Drew Brees. I don't think he's going to be able to do it this year. I benched him. I'm putting in Big Ben for my fantasy, and I have Brees as my backup, which I don't like doing. It actually broke my heart to do it. But, Brees is only doing 16 points a game where Roethlisberger's doing at least 20. And at the end of the day, it's all about the points when you're doing fantasy football.
Yeah, you're right.
You know,
it's not
unless unless you have an asshole Dallas fan in your fantasy league, and then you purposely draft Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott just to piss them off. Word of advice.
That's always fun.
It is always fun. Dan got him this year. I got him last year. Of course,
I'm not even going to start him.
Nope, I didn't even start. I did start him near the end of the season because Wentz was on the shit side. But so, who you got for running back?
For running back, I've got Justin Jackson against Las Vegas. Las Vegas is 14th against rushing yards and 31st against rushing touchdowns.
Ooh.
Justin Jackson is starting to creep into that running back 2 territory. He had 15.7 last week against Denver. Denver's got a pretty solid defense. So I fully expect Justin Jackson to take full advantage of the Raiders defense and have a really good day. He's playing really well. So definitely must start Justin Jackson. If you have him in your flex spot, super awesome, but definitely start him.
There you go. I mean, I got to agree with that. I mean, I'm not too impressed by him, but again, points are points. So, that's what I usually the guy who's okay and you need to fill a gap because of a bye week, that's when you throw him in at your flex spot because, what are you going to get out of a flex player really?
We could hope that they're going to produce.
Right. That's why I always try to use another tight end as a flex player. Personally, that's who I try to always use. So I can have 2 tight ends, because Philadelphia was Ertz and Goddard. So if I had Ertz and Gronk in, that's point city usually.
Yes.
As long as they're both healthy, which I don't think they're ever healthy. Well, this is the first time Ertz has been hurt ever. For an extended period of time.
Yeah, but are they keeping him out?
He's out. Yeah, they're going to keep him out.
No. What I'm saying is management keeping him out.
Well, so because he's up for trade. He's up for trade.
Yeah, they were trying to trade him before the deadline, and are they trying to keep him healthy for an off-season trade, so he doesn't blow out his knee, that kind of situation. They're just holding him off the field. They get rid of
Ertz. It's done. I'm going to have to wait. We're going to wait another 20 years for a Super Bowl. We're going to wait another 20 years. Wentz has
a missing piece.
It's not that's a surefire catch for Wentz. Wentz, that's his go-to guy. Whenever he's scrambling, he's running. His number 1, his number 2, his number 3 options are stuck. Oh. Here comes Ertz. Da-di-da-di-da. I'm here. Come on. Just give me the ball. And I got it. And there's 5 yards and a touchdown or a first down or get out of line, get out of bounds. The man is too versatile. He's too clutch for Wentz. And if I were Wentz, I would be raising hell if they get rid of him.
You're right.
Pay him his fucking money. Pay him the fucking money.
You're right. Absolutely.
If there's one thing I'm certain on, and I'll fight tooth and nail for, it's good Eagles players that we get rid of because of either money or it doesn't fit the program anymore. Kind of like what's his name that we had that went to New England, and then everybody strokes him off. Nice, gorgeous beard. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Not Amendola. Whatever, it doesn't matter now anyway. I don't know who he plays for anymore. So.
Okay. I know we had Amendola for a long time on our practice squad.
Yeah. And that's who it was. He was on the practice squad. I think he dressed for half a season and then he went to New England.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or he went to Dallas, then New England. One or the other.
Whatever. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Now he's top tier player. So fuck you, Eagles.
Who you got for running back, buddy?
I got Chase Edmonds. Edmonds has had 4 games this season with at least 8 total touches. He's scored at least 12 points in all those games. And per game, he scored 12 points. Some of them he actually scored 14 points in 3 out of those 3 out of those 4 games. So, he's a solid player. I'm not saying, I almost want to say I'm going to guarantee you 12 points with this dude because it's showing in his numbers,
Absolutely.
But Miami's a tough team, surprisingly. I don't know where the hell that came from. And I mean, if you suck for 35 years, I mean, I guess you get your time. I guess.
Eventually be good.
Yeah, I mean, eventually your wife will know how to fold your clothes, but so let's say with Chase Edmonds.
Okay.
No,
he's a producer. He does every time he gets a chance. He produces.
He's a good starter. That's what I mean. Like, there's nothing fiery about him. It's not like he's Tom Brady and shit like that. But he's got his due. Yeah. Awkward silence. I love it.
All right, going to running back. I got Michael Thomas coming back, playing against Tampa Bay. This is just going to be a battle. This is going to be a battle. It's going to come down to Breeze's arm, Brady's arm. Who's got the most juice left in it? It's Tampa Bay's 4th against passing yards, or 14th against passing yards, 10th against passing touchdowns. This has got shootout written all over it. Michael Thomas is going to, if anyone's just playing the wait and see game with Michael Thomas, you don't play wait and see. Michael Thomas is going to get his 10 targets. He's going to get 6 receptions. He's going to get his yards. He's going to get his touchdown. He's going to get force fed because Breeze hasn't had him all season, and it shows. So when he gets him back, it's going to be a totally different story.
There you go. I mean, that's my bet. If I'm going to bet on anything, that would be the game I'd bet. Personally, I'd be betting on that.
You would bet on that game? I wouldn't bet on that game.
I would bet on that game. I would bet on that game.
That could go either way. I would not touch that game.
I'm going to say, I hate to say it, I'm going Tampa Bay. As much as I'm a underground Saints fan, I'm going Tampa Bay today.
I think that would be safe to say that Tampa Bay would. I'd say, David, it's a 60-40 split on Tampa Bay being the one that's going to take it.
I'm not saying like points. I'm talking if it's just win or lose. I'm going Tampa Bay. I'm not going no point spread or any of that kind of crap that talk about how you pole dance your bets to, whatever. Just
you gotta tease them.
You gotta tease them. That's right. Girls. No, not pole dance. What is it? Barclay. Parlay. Sorry.
Parlay.
Parlay.
Your Parcells.
Yes. Make sure whenever you make a bet, you use your Bill Parcells, and maybe you will not win. I'm just saying.
All right. Who you got, buddy, at wide receiver?
I got Christian Kirk from Arizona. Going into the bye week last week, he was averaging 18 points in his last 3 games. Now they're playing Miami. They're not going to be. Arizona has DeAndre Hopkins and Christian Kirk. They're not going to be able to stop both of them. So if one's open, the other one's getting double covered, and that's the only way it's going to be done. And I think they're going to go after DeAndre Hopkins before Christian Kirk.
Yeah, you're right. And there's so many options in that offense.
I know. This is the most I've talked about Arizona since I was a kid and was in Arizona.
Just
this
is
so
many options. It's like a kid in the candy store. Like Kyler Murray is set up for success so good. Like all he's missing is Zach Ertz over the middle.
He goes Arizona. Watch how quickly I will lose my shit. I'll lose my shit. Don't you fucking say that. Look, I clipped. I heard it clip. Don't you put that bad juju out there in the world.
I'm gonna write it down.
Oh, you're
but okay, so moving to I gone too far. Okay, so my sleeps and redeemers. This might be a stretch. This might be more along the lines of you might want to take a risk because Stafford is out and you need a quarterback. And I wouldn't suggest Lutton in Jacksonville as a streaming option. I would suggest Garrett Gilbert playing Pittsburgh. I think this is a trap game written all over it. You just said how Pittsburgh's undefeated and all that. And I think this is a trap game. This is a trap game.
You're making that bet with Detroit? You're saying that with Detroit?
No, this is Cowboys. He plays for Cowboys.
Oh, that's right.
Yes,
That's right.
I don't know who's Stafford's backup. I have no idea. Like I didn't even like research it because I know when he got hurt last year on Thanksgiving, it was some weird name guy that was like a no-namer, and I don't think he's in the NFL anymore.
It's a place kicker. It's just a place kicker.
It might have been like
placeholder.
It's,
It's just the water boy out there, like, okay, watchdog, hunt, kill.
someone's gonna eventually, have to sign what's it called? Clipboard Jesus. So, but yeah, this has got a trap game written all over it. Pittsburgh's supposedly supposed to steamroll these guys. They got nothing left in Dallas. They're so hurt. Zeke's failing. He's not getting anything.
How's that new contract?
But yeah, but he loves that money. He's eating.
He's clearly eating. We all know he's eating.
Yes, he's no doubt eating. We all said that he was going to be eating when he got that contract.
He was going to be a meatball. I knew he was going to be a meatball as soon as he got that money. I'm like, meatball status.
So this definitely has trap game. You want to have a little fun with it, I would go Garrett Gilbert, start him at your quarterback spot, and watch some fireworks happen.
Gilbert. Is that who they replaced in Sesame Street? So is it now just Gilbert and Ernie?
Yes.
I don't know why. I see certain names. I just got to make fun of them, like Ayuk and Gilbert. So for my sleeper redeemer, and I put it the way I'm saying it the way I posted up here. For quarterback, Big Dick fucking Nick. That's who I'm saying. I'm saying Big Dick Nick. I'm going. You got to play him. You got to play him as a sleeper redeemer. You can't have Tom Brady. Get yourself some Big Dick Nick. Titans don't have much of a pass rush to even scare the quarterback. Tennessee's allowed 8 passing touchdowns in the past 3 weeks, and Foles he got 20 points against New Orleans. And I'm just saying, like, Big Dick Nick. That's what I'm going with that one. I don't know who froze. If I froze or you froze, because you ain't moving. Oh, yep, yeah, it's definitely you. And
okay.
Yeah. Have you? Nope. Hey, hello.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, there you go.
Sorry about that. This wireless out here is getting a little.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. This wireless out here is terrible. I got.
You got a hardwire into your router out in the room. I actually have two also because I'm
Xfinity's terrible. There's. I don't think that's gonna really help because it's just. Xfinity is so bad out here for some odd reason. People complain all the time how they'll lose service altogether.
For the amount of money I pay for fucking internet, I better not lose it.
I'm gonna have to go to like Dunkin' Donuts. I hear you on that. There's nothing you can really do about it. But anyway, so you're going Big Dick Nick against Tennessee, and I've lost my confidence in Big Dick Nick. There's a battle going on.
You know what? I don't like what you just said. Nope. I'm actually just taking you out of the screen. I don't want to hear that. Nope. Don't want to hear that. Don't want to hear that. Nope.
Let me back in. I'm losing confidence. There's a battle going on in Chicago between Nagy and I think you're going to see Trubisky back in the starting spot very, very, very soon.
You know what? Now I hope Trubisky comes back and then gets hurt because you just said that.
You know what? It just might happen.
So who you got? Who you got for running back?
But okay, moving down. All right, for running back. All right, DeAndre Swift was on my list last week, and it was a piss poor matchup. I seem to sometimes get this a week early, and then it's like, oh wow, I should have said it this week. But this week, DeAndre Swift against Minnesota. Minnesota's defense is not that good. 19th against rushing yards a game. They're 8th in rushing touchdowns. Very favorable matchup. So, I understand that he got shut down by Indy last week, but it's not going to be the same story. He's starting to eat at Peterson's touches, so definitely would keep sticking with DeAndre Swift because of the upside is so large.
There you go. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, Minnesota isn't. Their defense isn't that good. I don't think. So, I mean, the run. I know they're horrible with the run game. You are breaking up, my man. You are frozen. You want to restart, and I'll keep going.
Yeah. This is getting annoying.
All right,
No. We're almost done, so we'll power through this.
All right. So
right,
I'm going with
going to yours.
So I'm going with Philip Lindsay from Denver for my running back. He's playing Atlanta this week. Over the past 3 weeks, Lindsay's had 38 carries for 263 yards and a touchdown, as well as and he's had a catch for 3 yards. And he's averaging 6.9 yards a carry. So even if he doesn't get a touchdown, he's moving the ball, which means you're going to get points.
Absolutely.
So that's and you don't hear much out of Denver. So
they're starting. Drew Lock seems to be coming around. So their offense might be, Jerry
right,
and all those guys. So their offense could be making a turn for the better.
Good call. I put way too much whiskey in my coffee this morning. Oh.
Okay, but so moving on.
There you are. You got quiet and you just stood there staring at me.
So moving on. It didn't do this last night doing this.
No, it did not. It's because we're on trunk line system.
Today we have tremendous. So my sleeper redeemer, I know it's not really a sleeper. Is more of a redeemer.
So anyway, I'll let him let his lag catch up. I got you because this is my same sleeper redeemer. Remember we talked about this last night. Let your internet lag up, catch up for a minute. Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown.
This is going to be a shootout. I think Antonio.
This happened last year with Antonio Brown in New England in week 2. When Brown had 4 catches, 56 yards, a touchdown, and that's even if Chris Gordon's in, if he's even playing today. If he's not playing today, he's gonna have more. He's gonna have more. I feel he's gonna get a little bit more yardage. They're gonna use him a lot. They're gonna ram it down the throat just to show that Antonio Brown is still here. Cool.
This web, I don't know if it's me or this. Yeah.
Relax. Don't do it. Don't do it. Relax. When you want to come. I'm telling you, well.
So, yes, Antonio Brown, definitely put him in your line. Dude, could be fireworks.
Why don't you close out and come back in real quick? Now that he walks away, it starts streaming seamlessly. So I originally had Antonio Brown for my sleeper redeemer wide receiver. And all right, you back? You good? You golden?
Anywho, what a massive fail today was.
It happens. It happens. So I'm just
Yes.
gonna keep moving right along. I'm moving right along. Like I said, if you want to, do your thing. So on here I wrote someone else that oh no, I had it right. So for my sleeper redeemer for wide receiver, I actually put Cole Beasley in. He had his worst game was last week against New England, 2 catches for 24 yards, but he's doing 11 points per game. That's 6 games in a row he's had 11 points per game, including 3 games with at least 14 points over that span. So, he had one bad week. So let him redeem himself this week playing Seattle. It's going to be a little bit tough biddy, but I think he's got it.
That should work now. Okay. I found it. I found the issue.
Someone else playing
right.
video games?
No, it's the laptop. For some odd reason, it went to the wrong spot.
Oh, okay. There you go. Well, hi.
For the
Hi,
wireless,
welcome back.
it went to the wrong spot. I'm back.
Welcome
Okay.
back.
So, hey guys, I'm sorry. This usually doesn't happen. Usually, it's more successful. But
He says that to all of his ladies. I'm sorry, it's never happened to me before.
I swear, this doesn't happen every time.
60% of the time, every time.
Every time. So, yeah, okay. So we got the Cole Beasley. All right. So my breakout flex, I'm going Chase Claypool against Dallas. It's Dallas. And Claypool's been cooled off for a couple weeks. I think you're going to see him break out because Cowboys are just so terrible. And he is looking as their wide receiver 2 now. And he's starting to get a little bit more attention. I believe Roethlisberger's going to call his number more often than not today. So Chase Claypool could have himself quite the day against Dallas. And it's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
I can see that. I can actually, call that out. I see that.
That's why, yes, I think Pittsburgh is going to definitely beat the Cowboys. It's going to get possibly up.
Lost you there, Bob. So,
but yes, it's going to be garbage time points for. Yeah.
There you go. So I'm going to. Where are you at? All right. So for my
I have full bars. I have all these bars. I have all these. I have a full signal.
I don't know. Anyone listening, comment in on who's actually breaking up. Are we both breaking up? Is it just Monahan? Is it me? There's 2 people watching, so type in something so I know, so we can figure it out.
So you had you said.
So for my breakout flex, I have DJ Dallas from Seattle. Chris Carson, he's out with a foot injury. I don't know. I don't think he's dressed to play because I actually have him for my fantasy and it said he was still out. So Carlos Hyde also out with a hamstring injury. But 3 yards a carry, 22 points against Buffalo, allowing over 100 yards against the run. Buffalo is allowing 100 yards against the run. So, it's gonna be a probably a cakewalk for him then. Since there's no one else, he's the backup. Well, he's a number 3, but now he's gonna be playing the number 1 spot. So that's where I would go with that. On top of that, so moving on, so while Monahan is fixing his stuff, before we go into the point, the bet of the week with Monahan, I say, oh, hello, welcome back.
Yes.
I was going to get into, before you did your bet of the week, advice on betting, or should I wait till after you make your bet?
No, I'm actually interested in hearing what you have to say about this.
So So you got to look beyond the quality of the teams. It's not just, oh, it's Tampa Bay. Best teams do often win more than not, but games not entirely decided by the quality of the two teams that are actually playing. If it wasn't, the game would be pretty boring. It's just like, oh, here are the Steelers, and they're going to destroy the Cowboys. There you go. Who knows that Cowboys could come back and just completely surprise us. Doubt it, but it's all subject anyway. But here are the things you want to pay attention to before when you're starting the bet, because I'm researching it because I want to get into gambling a little bit, because why not? You want to figure out how balanced each team is. What styles do they generally play? Are they a West Coast offense, or are they predominantly a run game? Are they predominantly through the air, which is more the West Coast style? How consistent is the team at winning? Obviously, right now, you'd be betting on Pittsburgh, but everyone's betting on Pittsburgh, so that's where Monahan would come in and say you want to go by points. This is more for money line betting. I like I said, I'm just doing the beginner style about that. And how does each team perform under pressure? That's what you got to realize. Tom Brady is a 2-minute quarterback. He is the 2-minute drill quarterback. So if that's something you're going to go for, that's how you would go for something like that. It's just trying to football is obviously just who's the better play calling. That's the most important part of it. But you want to avoid games with the big spreads where it's like it almost looks like a guarantee win, because everyone's going to bet you're not going to make that much money. You put a $20 bet and you're only going to win $25. A $5 bet, not really, going for it. Beware of rivalry games. Eagles versus Dallas, Detroit versus the Green Bay. You don't want to take those because those are the hardest. Divisional games are rough too. It's division games are always rough. They're great games to watch, but if you're betting money on it, you're going to have a stroke. And just be cautious when you're looking at these teams, and bet at the available best odds. Some places some people suggest you go through multiple betting sites to see which ones have the best odds. That's I would say yes, you should do that. That's why you have FanDuel and BetMGM and Dick in a Box and all the other betting places. You all right over there? Your vibrator's going off. It's not like a vibrator going off. Are you sitting on a vibrator?
Oh, shh! Just let it go. Oh, I got a text message.
Oh. So tell me, who do you have though? So while I check your text message, make sure you just do the quick research on the teams. Don't just go by, oh, it's a 7-point thing. So my thing is, I always go, if it's under 7.5 points, I wouldn't take the bet.
See, I like to chase those.
Well, and how'd you do last week?
Not very good.
Exactly. So for the beginners, the guys who are only going to try to put in $20 and they're going to do the simple bets, do not take bets under 7.5 points. It's a little more of a safety net for you to make a couple dollars. I mean, you're not going to make much, but you will. You'll win. And then once you understand it more and you do more research, and then you could start doing the parlays and whatever else they do, the side, Dutch rudder action and the Bill Parcells and all that type of shit. That's when you can get into that. Like me, I would only go by my starting gut would be, all right, this game's like what you have for Houston versus Jacksonville is the -7, not 7.5. Anything under 7.5, I'm not going to do. That's up to you there, Bo. What is going on?
All right, let's wrap this up before they totally lose internet connection altogether.
Yeah,
I'm going to figure out. I'm going to figure out this side. It's got to be my side. I have no idea, even though I got full signal. I have no idea. I guess
not your signal.
Killed. I got to do it. It might be my speed as far as.
Well, yeah, you also have to make sure JD isn't playing video games right now. He's not streaming anything.
No one's playing games. They're using the TV, but we've done a podcast where every single TV was being used. Like it,
Oh, well, if something like video, if you're streaming video games, or especially something that's
maybe it's YouTube. Maybe it's YouTube.
Yeah, if someone, if YouTube is well, YouTube sucks. But tell me about your bet of the week, man. I segued you perfectly into a segue, and you fucked it up.
So bet of the week. Houston is giving 7 points against Jacksonville. This is not going to be even close. Houston is going to kill them. It's going to be like 10 to like 27, something like that. It's going to be oh, look, Houston's good again. Oh, look at that.
So let me get this straight. So you're saying if Houston's win 10 to 27, so technically minus the 7, it's 10 to 20.
Yes.
Okay. So pretty much as long as they beat them by 7 points or more, you'll win.
Yep.
So that's a touchdown. That's just a touchdown. Both teams, what's the quality of the team? Some teams when some teams when the quarterback's out, they all play a little bit better because they don't have an anchor. Look at how it was with when Nick Foles came in. The defense, the offense got better. The defense got better because they had to hold their own weight now. Where they relied on Wentz to be the magic man.
Yeah.
So again, this is probably a good bet. I wouldn't take it because it's not 7.5 points.
Oh, you're gonna go buy them rules.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
For a beginner. Once you start knowing what you're doing, you understand the game a little bit more and how to do the betting, then you can go forward. I don't know it. I like I said, I bet ponies and I can't, and I lose my shit over ponies. So not gonna do it.
All right. Well, hey guys, thanks for watching today. I know it wasn't a big audience, but we'll build on that. And I know the quality of the connection was piss poor. I'm going to work on that and figure out what exactly is going on. As soon as I get off here, I'm going to do a speed test and figure out this shit.
Always like right when I went to bed last night after spending 4 hours with you. That's exactly what I did. I restarted my router.
Yeah, I probably got to do that.
Yeah, you got to do it at least once a week. And make sure that the router's not covered or exposed. But anywho, Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, new podcast episode comes out for Barfy and the Bash Brigade. This week, we will have a super fan on for next week's episode. Part of the donation program. If you become a monthly donator, you get super fan status, which means you can be a guest host on the show. So stay tuned for that. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Your Computer, My Computer, YouTube now, all those fucking sites. I'm not going to go down the gauntlet of funny names. So we lost dealwithit.net, and we will see you guys next week, 11:45 here on YouTube.
Yes, we will. Hey, have a great week, guys.
Yeah, be good.